down for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he takes his
out of the play and immediately got to the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That's another
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Throw left side, there's London. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
That hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
Last week, Charles, in their loss had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the
they still got to do their thing.
As they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Looking to put a drive together. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground, because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
What's that dude? Harris?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Start.
Here's Milton. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And is just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Play action. Now it's Daniels. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. A gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes up
Oh, hey, another injury.
Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Ready, right?
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Panthers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
19 tight.
Here's Milton now to throw. And a loose
Come on.
ball.
Come on. Come on.
And a big
That man threw a hospital ball.
Get the football back.
We have seen this
That
before,
man threw a
and we
fucking
know coaches
hospital
preach
ball.
about this and work on it
Boom.
all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. And a dump off here to Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Dream.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. This is 2nd and 8. Option play. Here's Robinson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the first. On 4th down, here's the option. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. To throw, it's Milton. He finds his rookie wideout from Tennessee. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready up. Mustang 19.
Throwing is Milton. Now he's going to step up and run. It's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Milton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Milton. And it's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Taken in at the 11. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide into a stop. He does have the first down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside.
Let's go.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing
Yeah.
passing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Put the ball back in the air.
2nd down and 3. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down.
19, Tiger, 19.
At the 48-yard line.
To throw is Milton. This is caught by McMillan. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And it's out.
Oh my goodness.
And the Falcons say they have it, they do. So it's kind of more of the same
Another forced
offensive.
fumble. We just hit the milestone. We needed 2 fumbles to get my secondary to hit harder.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
You can't.
Touchdown, Falcons.
The first one was a hospital ball. The second one, yeah.
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fulk connects on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Fulk now set to boot it.
He did get hit 2 plays before that, though. That was the dude that got put on his ass by the linebacker after he spun, so he's hurting.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Rains and pulls.
Second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ready? Ready?
Here's Daniels. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18.
Now Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another Falcons
Ready?
first down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's second down.
Let's go now.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on second down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on third down?
Third and goal, option right. Robinson is in the
A triple option. Come on.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to get their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Oh my goodness, Harris. Oh my goodness.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready? Count 19. Trap 60, trap 60. 18, Pioneer. Ready,
Looking to throw. Milton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out with some dispatch because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
Now they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it.
Come on now.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
19 Tiger, 9 Panther. Ready?
From the gun on third down. Milton. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go, set.
A give to Robinson on the option. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 139 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A gain of 13 yards.
They go play action. Daniels. And down he goes. Daniels. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Scurton in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. To the air goes Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's got it with the 15. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll pitch it to Robinson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not confident.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on.
Bro thought he was going to beat my ass because I ain't played this game in some months.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Panthers first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Come on, nah.
Incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to Ligon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
19 tight. Trap 60. Trap 60.
31-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, that's Ligon. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 16.
Panthers first down.
18.
First and 10
Pioneer.
at the 16-yard line.
Go.
Back to throw again. To the left side, he's got McMillan. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 8.
Here's Milton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
5 receivers in the formation that time, Brandon. So all they're trying to do is create a little indecision in the defense's mind, and instead they just want to drop this one off underneath. Nice job, though, to get to him quickly and hold him to a short gain.
Hut, hut.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Smash, red. Let's go now. Hut, hut.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Coker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
I don't think those two fumbles
too
make
hot
the
to
difference.
handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to
Jay was big.
Things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
It's a gain of 6.
Come on.
And the Falcons first down.
Press all 80.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Hand off now to Robinson. And they'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
Nah, you only.
Offensive line, they've
I tried to
controlled
pitch
this
it.
game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Ready, go.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point up and good by Folk. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after
We gonna
his
meet
guys
again?
put 6 on the board.
Coming to Atlanta for that game.
And he nearly broke that for
These
more,
boys
but
were sitting
as it
today.
is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
7-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner.
Nah, that's getting big.
It's just about
it's Harold Perkins.
At this point, get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Milton now to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll go empty backfield now on 3rd and a yard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
7 Pirates.
And the Panthers
Operating from the gun. Milton. Got a man. That's Leggett. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
70.
To throw, it's Milton.
No.
It's incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19. Here we go. Set.
Operating from the gun. Milton. Pressure.
That's a sack.
Falcons get there for the sack. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their
It was
timeouts.
Fox.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Joe Milton.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
I didn't have it. I had like one pass over 10 yards. Maybe 2.
You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Atlanta, they're in the win column
Atlanta.
now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head
That
back
defense,
home
man.
next
That
week.
defense.
Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
94% from Jalen
And for Charles
Daniels.
Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been
214
watching
through the air.
on EA Sports.
$176. Jalen Daniels with 43 on the ground. 2 of 20 plus. What you? Chuba only had 4 for 14. You got a superstar running back. Really? I don't think it was him. He averaged 3.5 with 2 broken tackles. You just not giving him the ball. Just thrown in traffic. Xavier Leggett 2 drops. Ricky Pearsall 3 drops. Let's go. Perkins 2 tackles for loss. Pearson tackles for loss. Christian Harris with a pick. Jesse Bates with a pick. Jesse Bates had 2 forced fumbles. Jesse fucking Bates, man.
You ain't never been a skate town. On a national, you know it go down.